Hey all, welcome to Full Time Banter, final recap of the 2025-26 EPL season. Today we're going to run through the recaps, the results, and where we went wrong. I think we had a pretty terrible week in predictions, Johnny, on this one.
Yeah, it was quite shocking, eh?
Yeah. Well, look, like you said, but I think the final round's lottery. Anything can happen, and it pretty much has happened. There's some big and crazy results in though.
The best prediction was your City 5-0.
Fuck, I was miles off it, eh? Yeah, that wasn't good. But we'll get to that when we get to that. We'll start with
Brighton versus United.
Yeah, Brighton.
We
United.
both got this wrong. We both picked.
Draw.
You picked draw. I picked Brighton.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, it's weird because Brighton had everything to play for, and I don't know. The commentator, when he mentioned that Brighton, the best result they could have had was a Champions League spot. So it seems like he was up for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, United just Patrick Dorgu got the header.
Right. Yeah.
Mr. Bruno's clinched it.
Yeah. Well, was it an assist? It wasn't.
Came
off the goalkeeper.
Yeah, if we're talking mathematics, black and white, it's not.
No, it's not. But this is where we're at. Yeah, we don't want to upset the United fans because they're still living in 1990. So we upset them and give them nothing. Then, and like I said, what I say to you this week, they're more focused on this stupid record, right? Yeah. That's all they did. All the interviews after it were how good Bruno was and all about the assist and all that. Look, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, he's good, man. But
he scored a nice third goal.
He did, but these guys are only fighting for an individual trophy and they're carrying on like Ferguson's running the show there. They're done. They're finished. I don't care about the 3-0 win. It's crap. Big deal.
Yeah.
Brighton were crap. Shouldn't have even shown up.
They were did not predict it. I don't think many people actually predicted a 3-0 away to Brighton.
No.
Usually Brighton slap them. Brighton do them at Old Trafford regularly.
Yeah, Brighton have been crap this year, man.
I think Paul Van Heck's head is at Chelsea.
Yeah, he is. He's waiting to back pass to Sanchez and they can work out between them who's going to stuff it up and give the goal away.
Paul Van Heck.
Yeah.
So that was a shocker from both of us.
Yeah.
Then over the Burnley Wolves.
We didn't want to predict this.
Yeah. But you got it.
Yeah, I know what I say, draw.
You said draw.
Mate, that was the only one I actually didn't put any thought into, and I just said, oh, whatever, draw.
You got it.
And I was looking at I was watching, what's it called, Goal Rush.
Yeah.
And that was the first goal that...
Wolves scored first,
Yeah, well, I think it was Wolves or Burnley. One of them scored first. They scored in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit,
that was the only
we really
game.
got this one wrong.
I think that was the only game where there wasn't any goals for 25, 30 minutes. That was the only game out of 10 games.
The first half an hour, I think, that was the only goal.
Game with a goal.
Whatever. Crap result from two teams that won't be here next year anyway, and they pretty much showed why they won't be here. They can't even... they couldn't even get decent results against each other. And it was
well, let's move over to the game that that.
We'll get back to that one. I think we'll hit that one a bit later.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll go over the Fulham Newcastle. We both picked Newcastle.
I said it a couple of weeks ago.
Again, wrong.
Didn't I say it a couple of weeks ago? You don't know what you get out of Newcastle.
They won last week. They won last week.
They won well last week, and then they got smashed. Fulham actually scored 2 crackers. It was 2 great goals. Newcastle, man, done it again.
That's a typical Fulham result, though. They can just pull. They can pull a result.
But
whenever they want.
Newcastle, man, are they ever going to compete for anything?
Well, honestly, they need to get rid of Eddie Howe. Why is he still there?
Well, I think the ambition they're going for, they need a proper manager, right?
He needs to go. If they want to be serious, Eddie Howe has to go.
Yeah.
Has to. If they really want to be serious, I'm hearing a lot of their players up for sale.
They have to sell, yeah. They have to sell to buy. That's their issue. They've got financial fair play. They've got to sell to buy. They've got all the money in the world.
Yeah.
They've actually got good players they can offload for a lot
Lewis
of money.
Hall, Chelsea
Lewis Hall.
graduate. He's quality, man.
Yeah. Tonali, Arsenal are up his ass big time. They want to get him. Livramento. They've got good players.
Everyone talks about how good Guimaraes and Tonali.
Tonali's a beast.
But they're both in the engine room. Shouldn't Newcastle be doing better if they're both really that good?
And Joel Linton as well. Like that
Joelinton.
midfield is pretty aggressive and pretty solid when they want to put it on. I don't know, man. They've got a good team overall.
They just don't have the name Arsenal to get looked after
Yeah,
and
that's
pushed
right.
over the line.
Arsenal. Well, you know, you can't all have that luck, but
Luck?
yeah.
Come on, luck.
Oh,
So we both got that wrong. I picked Newcastle, you picked Newcastle. It was a Fulham win.
yeah.
Right, we'll move over to Liverpool-Brentford. This was a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I picked Liverpool,
I had Brentford.
and you had Brentford.
Brentford got smashed. I don't know how Liverpool didn't walk away with 3 points. They absolutely railed them.
Salah's last game. That's what
Robertson.
I was thinking. Like last game, Salad. I thought
Yeah.
they'll make a
Andy
win out of it.
Robertson too, last game.
Where's he going?
Maybe-
Spurs.
I don't
He was
know.
going to go Spurs this
Yeah.
season, eh?
Maybe Slots last game too.
I was actually thinking about this. It can't be Slot's last game. So the moment Chelsea signed Alonso, if they go and sack Slot now,
They'll look
I
like idiots.
think the fans are gonna turn up to Anfield
I know, but maybe-
tomorrow, and turn it upside down.
Maybe they weren't after Alonso though. Maybe Areola's their key target because those talks are getting a bit louder now.
It is.
He's got to go somewhere, right? He deserves to be at least given a chance in a top team. I don't know if he's going to.
Is it him? I
you
think
think-
I heard that he was potentially going to go to Crystal Palace. Isn't that a step down?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a step down. I think Palace is a bigger club than Bournemouth. Not on obviously Bournemouth had a better season, but in terms of security and their, and their spot in
Structure,
their position
yeah.
in the EPL, I think Palace is more of a secured club than Bournemouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should be looking for a bigger team. But yeah, we'll move on. That was we both got that wrong.
Yep.
Over to the one that you drastically got wrong.
Far out. What was I thinking? You know what? That's how much I hate City, and they've been in my head for the last 3 years. That
Oh man, don't lie.
I
You just want to
expect-
make it seem like Arsenal were up. They had a
they shit the bed.
competitive season.
City
this
shit
year.
the bed. Honestly, shit the bed. We ended up 7 points clear.
But this City team isn't what it's been over the years. People are forgetting this team is fresh. It's new.
Yeah.
There's only 2 or 3 EPL winners in the squad.
Yeah.
It's
Well, he
a-
made. Well, that's not an excuse, man. Where Arsenal had none. Or Jesus, the only one in there, and he's not even a starter. That's not an excuse. That team is proper quality. They've got a proper lineup. They have one of the best managers in the world. Don't give me that
Yeah,
crap,
but-
man. Look at those players they signed
But
too.
again, it's the last game of the season. They had nothing to play for.
They did. They had a lot to play for.
What did they have to play
their
for?
manager, their god, is gone. Players,
But who
big
cares?
players were
Well, they
retiring.
were-
Stones, Silva.
They lost a game and they were crying. They were doing guard of honors during the game. Like they did
Man,
not
they're
care.
a joke of a club. Seriously, City
that's
are
why
fucking a joke.
again I'm harping on about it. Bournemouth should have lost last week.
Yeah.
They should have lost, taken it to the end.
What difference would that have made?
Well-
Nothing. They would have been down a position now
Well,
if they did what you just said.
No, but they
Would've been worse
They
for
would have
them.
beat Forest.
See, you want
They
them to
would have
play
beat
the dangerous
Forest.
game.
But what's happened now? Nothing's happened.
They didn't beat Forest. And they had
They
everything to
didn't
play
beat him
for
now,
still.
but I reckon knowing that, I reckon it was in their head. They knew that a result wasn't going to happen there at City
I don't
Villa.
know.
And
Villa did them good too.
And obviously, I think that last game of the season, the results starts getting filtered into the games, and Villa's up one. Like I think City scored first, didn't they? Don't know.
Don't
whatever.
know. I thought Villa scored first, City equalised, Villa scored again.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went down.
Yeah.
And the second one was Watkins. It was a nice goal actually, and they were trying to rule it for offside.
Yeah.
But Villa played well. Did them good, and that's a side Villa can be, right?
Villa are good.
Villa
They
on a
are.
confident run.
But-
You're scared of them.
But they're in the same. They're inconsistent. I think the season before last, as in not the one that just finished, the one before that one, Villa made top 4, made Champions League.
Yeah.
Last season they missed out. This season they're there. But this is what I mean. The EPL is so like...
Yeah, but this is Villa, man. How would you say they're inconsistent? That's consistent. They're in the top 4.
They missed... So now...
Where are you guys?
So, okay. So if they miss the top 5, if they don't get Champions League next season and we do...
But that's expected. Villa not expected to be in there every year.
In terms of Villa, according to you, they're consistent and expected. Whereas if we just miss Champions League and get it a year every year as we go, how is that not consistent?
You guys are expected to be there. They are not expected to be there.
I think they
They've
are.
got a £27 million net spend.
They were supposed to be. They weren't. There was expectation
maybe at the start of the
season. People were saying top 4 with them.
What? Before
not
the
this season because they missed out. But that's what I mean. Like
man.
People just look at the beginning of the season and they go on. So now Chelsea came 10th. People calling for a rebuild.
Why did they come?
10th. But why are they calling for a rebuild? It's silly
because they're shit.
It's silly to be calling for a rebuild. They shouldn't. Two or three signings and they're up there. Bit of stability, good coach, they'll be there. Mark my words. We won't get looked after as much as you guys do.
No, that's right.
You know,
that's right. A few billion more, and you might compete for top 4.
Zero pens conceded.
Great achievement.
No red cards. We got 2 red cards against you guys.
You need to play fair. No? You're playing
You
dirty.
guys are the only champions.
Yeah.
0 pens and 0 red cards. That just says it all,
guys. This guy right here
says it all. Disgrace.
He's beyond the point of banter.
Disgrace.
He's personally upset now, and it's really affecting his lifestyle. And he's very salty. My eyes are stinging from the salt that's coming out of him at the moment. And it's been like this all season. Just now he's even worse because he actually has...
I speak the truth.
He doesn't speak the truth.
Is.
He speaks crap.
It's true.
And he's got...
he's been looked after. If he's had one red card against or one penalty against you guys, that all of a sudden brings it to the last game of the season.
All right, let me be real. The only red card would have been Kai Havertz, and it was 50-50.
No, bro.
Great and
Marino on a second yellow, done a bloody bear hug. It's a second yellow against Villa.
Okay.
Not let it go. But Pedro Neto, when he does the second yellow against you guys,
we beat him 4-1 by then.
At that time, it was close.
We're up 4-1, mate.
At that time, it was close, and that's 2 points off.
Close. The only other one that could have been was when Gabriel leaned in with his head to Haaland. I didn't know how that wasn't a red card. I'll give you that. And that's bullshit anyway. There was minimal force, and he didn't headbutt him. He just pushed his head into him when Haaland got into his face.
But from what we've seen...
Anyways,
past,
whatever.
That's a red card.
You found
the one against Everton, that's a penalty. The league even came out and said it was a penalty. They made a mistake.
Who said that? The idiot that's...
wait, Arsenal.
No, they didn't. Some idiot on AI put up a thing that made it look like PGML, which they do every single week. There's a decision. That's what you're reading. They never came out with a statement about anything.
Bro, it's a penalty bar.
All right, it's a penalty. You're not the ref.
Not
I'm
given.
not the ref. It didn't
so
get
now,
given.
so there's like so many ones that even you and I are saying, yeah, that's a penalty, but none got given.
Hang on. Let's go back to Caicedo on Havertz, was it? Was that the foul? Caicedo on Havertz, the red card?
It was a red card.
Wait, how much force was in there? He nearly snapped his leg in half.
Bro,
that's force.
What are we talking force now? Now we're talking force.
Yes, force. I don't make the rules.
Now we're talking
the rules.
Force.
It's force.
So now you're allowed to stud someone this high onto their leg.
He didn't stud anyone.
Havertz was in the calf.
And went down. But he didn't go at him. That's force.
But
force
studs was on the calf.
Doesn't matter. Studs are everywhere, man. You can't put your studs down. Look what you're playing.
Can't do it.
How do you slide tackle with your leg down? How do you do it? Can you slide tackle with your toes down?
Bro,
you can't.
You guys got like Chelsea versus Arsenal. If those two were not red cards,
you would have won.
The outcome, no, but
came ninth.
But the outcome of that game changes. Now so just to show you when you
just haven't beat us in 5 years. What outcome's going to change?
When you don't concede a penalty and don't get a red card, becoming champions is a lot easier.
With asterisks, yeah?
I think it's an asterisk.
says the guy who spent £2 billion and they finished 10th.
Man, look, I'm not
Excellent
happy.
season.
I'm not happy with my club.
Your club's
know,
crap, man. Honestly, it's
they're
crap.
not.
There's no club in London.
The problem with Arsenal is the last 20
What's the
years.
problem?
The last 20 years, we've had success.
Yeah. And before that?
And you guys haven't won anything until this season, and you're giving like lessons on how to be
I'll
how
teach
to
you.
be at the
I'll
top.
teach you.
That's the problem with Arsenal fans. Chelsea fans, we take our win, we move on.
Do you want to know your problem with Chelsea fans? What happened before 2005? Because it seems to be non-existent for Chelsea fans, right? That's obsolete.
They were a hard-working club. You know, they were middle class
mining town.
It was a hard-working club.
Oh, okay. So they're hard-working club, but we haven't been working hard now. Well, I don't
When we
understand.
win,
what's that mean?
when Chelsea win something, we don't give lessons on how to win. Like
Who
you
gives
guys.
lessons? AFTV?
The way you guys are, it's like,
AFTV?
I think you said to me the other, like,
I'll give you a lesson.
I've never experienced a title race. What do you mean? Like, we've been winning. In the last 20 years, we've won 5 or 6.
And before that? So that was your era, right? From 2006 to 20, when was your last title? 2020?
2017.
2017. So you had a good period between there, call it, 12 years? 12 years, you won 5 titles in that, you won 2 Champions Leagues, is that right? Excellent. Can you tell me who was at the
2
helm?
Europa Leagues.
Who was running that?
2 World
Who was running that
Cups.
club? Who was running that club?
Someone that knows how to run a football club.
No. Someone that was scamming the whole system.
He wasn't.
Yes, he was, man. You know this is true.
They've come
Financial
out-
fair play. If they were in this now, investigating you guys doing the same things you were doing back then, you'd be kicked out. You'd be League 2 by now.
These idiot Americans, they've come out.
They all got we got American owners.
Yeah, but
So do Liverpool. What's the excuse?
that's why
your
EPL
American owners are idiots.
But that's why EPL isn't as exciting as it was 10 years ago.
It's not exciting because it's going to go to like a US style game. That's where
And you know what? And slowly but surely, they are all working out that their methods over in America to basketball, shooting hoops, doesn't work in soccer.
We're way off topic.
It doesn't work. Yeah,
we're
let's
way
move
off
back.
topic. Let's get back onto this.
Let's go.
And you can
So you
can have your meltdown after.
So you
this.
had a shocker with City Villa.
City Villa, yeah.
I picked a draw. So
Yeah.
again, I'm wrong. We're both wrong.
That's
there.
all right. You know what? I have no love for both of them. I don't really care. And I'm glad City lost. It's actually great. We now finished 7 points clear, which is good. Now you can't use excuse. We just won 7 points clear.
Well, man, the
Next
last game of the season. Come on, you're not taking this serious now.
Next one.
Next game.
We'll go to this one here.
Spurs Everton.
Man, I'm so upset. Yeah, this close. I was so upset.
They weren't that close, man.
Yes, they were. Look at the result. 1-0. They destroyed Everton. I don't think it was even a battle. Spurs were the heaps better team, but 2 more goals and they were relegated. Because West Ham.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it is pretty close. But Spurs, I feel like Spurs will never lose in that game.
I don't think either. I was hoping they would, but man, Spurs are shit. Let's be real. Come on.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think they'll do a lot.
And Richarlison's coming out making other stupid comments like Arsenal's not going to win it again now for another 22 years. We'll be up there next year. Man, the guy's off his head. Honestly, he's off his head. Scoring tap-ins, taking his shirt off after disallowed goals.
I think Spurs will be in the top
10?
Yeah, probably top 10. I was going to say top 6. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think top 4. I think it's too far beyond them. They need to sell a lot, buy a lot. They have a good squad, but when you look at it, the squad's not really strong. It's not a challenging squad. They're sort of like fringe players everywhere.
Yeah. I thought Xavi Simons would have been
a lot better.
Yeah, like he actually came. He done well.
He started coming good. Give him time.
And then he got an injury. He copped 8.
Look, he's a good player, but again, he's not your He's
too small.
Standout gun player that every team needs.
He's too small. He's way too small to have like a massive impact to be a dominant. He's way too small.
What do we have next game?
Next game, West Ham Leeds. That was a straightforward. We both picked West Ham.
Man, West Ham done them good too. Yeah, they had a good win, a really good win, and that Leeds. West Ham playing Leeds is not a shoe-in. That's a hard game.
Yeah.
Leeds are probably the better team, but West Ham crushed them.
Yeah. Look, it was expected though, eh? Like,
I think
they
so.
left it a bit late. I
They
think
did
they
leave it
scored
late.
the first goal.
And they're fighting for the season. They gave it every shot, and it's their own fault. They don't leave it to the last game to decide their fate. They could have done a lot more during the season. They just didn't, and it's sad. I'm sad to see West Ham go down, man. They're a big club. Like all this.
Well, they wouldn't have gone down if it wasn't for
That's it. There's Arsenal. What do we have next? We both got that right, by the way.
We did.
Yeah,
we did. I think the whole world got that right.
Yeah.
So nothing special.
That's it. All right. So we got two last ones, which I'll talk about my boys, right?
It was the
Gooners.
He's won.
Routine. This game, but was funny because it could have been 5-0 Arsenal or it could have finished 2-2. There was a disallowed goal at the end, rightfully was offside. But we rotated the whole team. They went out there. They played.
You said you guys were going to put the weak team on first.
We put a really weak team, and then towards about the 70th minute, we started making a couple changes. Still nothing major. Noni came off injured. I don't know if it's good or bad. Marino's back is brilliant. Jesus just proves, why he's got to be sold. He missed 3 chances. He should have had a hat-trick in the first 20 minutes. He missed 3 chances, scored 1.
That's Mbuemo. It's
you can't win a title like that, yeah? Haaland gets 2 chances, he scores 1, if not 2 every single time.
Yeah.
Jesus really struggled. Marino's back is good. Timber's still away. I don't know if he's ready. We had a big game this week, but it was good to get the win. It was good to get the win, even though the title was wrapped up. And they did what they did. It wasn't very hard for them.
Yeah, it was that was just a celebrations game.
The win was good for the morale for the away fans that were there to celebrate.
Yeah.
The trophy parade at the end was fantastic. It was great. The fans were really up there. I've actually got some footage from people that I know that were in there, and it's honestly fantastic. I would have loved to be there.
Yeah.
So that's that game. The champions.
Wait another 22 years.
Might not have to, Aid. I'm going to put this down now and say we dominate the next couple of years and we pick up some more trophies. I'm telling you now.
This guy.
Since we're laughing, let's go to the laughable game.
Well, I got this right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I know these.
But I know you're reverse psychology.
There's no, man. I'm not primary school here, man.
Come on, get out.
I know this team. I know. I just the way they function.
Terrible.
Callum McFarlane, he should have never been.
That's terrible.
He should have never been there to begin with. They got a result against Spurs at home. Them going away, they just didn't have the personnel.
So wait, Spurs is your only win in the last 9 or 10 games or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So there was
is that acceptable?
The last 9 games, we needed 6 points to get Europa League.
And he's got 3 or 4.
I think they got 4.
Man, that's so embarrassing. I feel sorry for you. You know what? I don't feel sorry for you guys. You deserve it. All right? You spend $2 million. You spend it on junk.
They do deserve it.
You get what you pay for. Simple as that.
And they've learned. It feels like they've learned. They go, these guys have gone through a roller coaster of making decisions. They've got 5 sporting directors when they only really need 1.
Yeah.
They've gone from when they signed Pochettino, get Pochettino, then they sacked him. Then they wanted a young, energetic, progressive coach. They got Maresca. Should have never been the selected coach. And now they've gone with Alonso, with someone with some levels. Someone that's you can look up to him.
Mate, you're hanging on to anything.
As a Enzo Fernandez, who I don't want at the club, but someone Imagine Enzo looking at Graham Potter and then looking at Liam Rosenior and then looking at Xabi Alonso. Xabi will say, listen, man, I'm better than you. I've done it all as a player. You haven't. You've won the World Cup, but your club career has been crap.
Yeah.
So you got to listen to me, and I think he'll get that respect. Graham Potter, Pochettino, to some extent, I think he did have that respect. Maresca eventually had the respect. Rosenior never had the respect. McFarlane, by the time he got in, it was a joke. So this result,
this result's
as soon as Maresca left, it was expected for me that the season was almost. When Maresca left, I thought can Rosenior do something? The moment Rosenior left and they put in McFarlane to finish the season,
I love it.
it was just...
Look, anyways, that pretty much wraps us up for this week's episode. It was a fantastic final day. We lifted the trophy. I cried. The fans cried. I laughed because of this idiot's team. One win. All they had to do was one win. They could have been playing European football.
All they needed was a draw.
All they needed was a draw. Even worse, they couldn't even do that. Let's all, give a big round of applause for the champions and the 10th place team.
I'm glad the season's over. You're glad the season's over.
I'm glad, Matt. The stress levels are gone. Yeah. I can actually, whatever football's coming up now, which is World Cup, which we'll be doing plenty of shows about that.
Curacao
and
Can't wait for them.
Costa Rica and all these other teams. But I can actually now enjoy football because my heart, I don't know how much longer it was going to take watching Arsenal. And every fan's been like that for the last 3 years. It's been enough. But congratulations to them.
Years, man. 22 years.
Congratulations to all the teams. Congratulations to Chelsea on a well-deserved 10th place.
Hey, we're the Club World Cup. We're the world
champions. They're going to hold on to that for the next 3 years.
Remember who we are.
All right, guys, that's about all we have time for today. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys soon.